Okay, no two ways about it. This is a bigger job than what I want, really, taking down this oak tree. You can see it's huge. Goes all the way back down to there. Fallen over last year. It's one of those jobs I keep putting off because it's such a big job. It's definitely a petrol saw job rather than battery saw. If I could cut myself a way through, I'd just start having a bit of a go at it, because I feel like if I don't make a start, then I'm never going to do it. I've got about an hour left of light today. Nice January day. So I'll just make a start and just chop some bits up, and anything's better than nothing sometimes. I mean, it'd be cool if I could get it so I could shut the gate, to be honest. That'd be something. I was really lucky where it landed, it hasn't damaged the gate. Which is better than when a branch fell off a tree when I first moved here and I had 6 gates stacked underneath it, and the branch landed in the middle of 6 gates. To start with, I'm going to take off branches that aren't really under any weight or any risk of kind of falling on me, and just kind of clear the area a little bit, make it a bit easier for me to work. Should hopefully make it a little bit safer. But obviously it's under a lot of tension here, so I'm hoping to clear up a bit of this down here, make it easier to work, see what we're doing. How it wasn't so wet underfoot. Some of these big branches you take off these oaks, they're like trees in themselves. That's about 10 inches, 12 inches in diameter, that one. But good bit of practice, bad bit of felling. But we're putting it up a little bit. I mean, does it look lighter? Maybe? If this tree had fallen anywhere else and not in my gateway, chances are I probably would have left it like this, to be honest. It's not doing any harm. It's still growing. It's a bit of a shame, in all honesty, to have to cut it up. But I'm going to try and leave the main trunk, see if we can get it to kind of pollard back and see what we can get off it. Maybe we can manage it that way for the next, how long have I got left? 30, 40 years. See if we can do something with it. It's a real shame. It's a beautiful oak, but it's always overshadowed by its brother there, which is a lot bigger, obviously planted sooner along down this little track, and it was always reaching for the light on this way. That's why you can see on the top there's no branches on the one side. But okay, so first a little bit of a pull on it, got some brash, got some logs, stuff to log up. Definitely lighten the tree a bit. But the main thing I wanted to do today was to be able to shut this gate for the first time since the tree fell down. And I'd say it's bent it slightly, but I can definitely make that shut should I want to. Okay, it's a few days later. It's a nice frosty day. So frosty, I've done my bees with oxalic acid this morning. Stupidly didn't do my suit up properly, I don't think. I got stuck on the neck. Always good fun. Nice way to start the day. But yeah, let's try and dismantle a bit more of this. This is the case of just keeping going at it. I am going to have to saw above my shoulders in this one. I'm going to do some jump cuts and stuff just to try and get stuff to fall right. My brother says it's all about making it fall in a predictable way, which I think is about spot on. Because obviously it's going to fall. But if we can do it so it's predictable, it's not so bad, is it? Predictable as in, doesn't hit me. The advantage is you can really hear it with the electric saw. Listen. Definitely not ideal to get hung up like that. Using some levers, can push it safely away from myself. Never remember what the weight is in this. Like, that would crush your leg. No two ways about it. I mean, how would you reckon that is? It's not little. Obviously the rotten tree's been holding water. Stained brown by the tannin in the oak. Kind of cool. Okay, so you can see the split where the water's kind of run up as the tree was falling down, and obviously the water's been going in, there's a bit of a hollow at the top, and just going straight down the split and dripping out. All brown with the tannin. Now I'm not going to be able to move this log unless I log it up. But it does mean I've got access to this one now. But I am getting a bit of logs on the ground, which isn't ideal. Right, I'm going to go pick the kids up from school. I think you can see we're getting there. We've got this big branch left to do, which I'm not looking forward to, just because I don't want it to land on the fence. And we're kind of getting to a bit of a pollard here, admittedly falling over. Okay, so it's another day, nice and foggy. really frozen this morning. I thought we'd have another little bash at the tree just for an hour before the sun sets. Petrol saw in the last few cuts, you probably noticed, wasn't cutting very well, so I have changed the blade. I don't know what was up with the old one. I think I hit something with it ages ago. Just couldn't get it sharp. So sometimes just got to treat yourself. The blade was probably 5 years old. I don't do that much sawing with it. It's quite a big saw. So the idea is to try and, again, reduce some of the weight, but also give me some ways out before I cut this big sticky up branch. It's hard to get the scale of it, isn't it? You know, when I'm filming it. I mean, can you see? It's not a small branch. It's quite heavy, so I hope I'm not kind of overplaying how tricky it is to get that to fall right. That's a tree in itself, and it's oak. Tell you what, there's a few branches in the way first. Let's move them out of the way. The fence. Wow. That couldn't have gone any better. I tried to angle the cut. Just go a little bit away. Oh. I'm really looking forward to doing that bit. It's done now. Let's get this dismantled. Woo. Get the tractor through again. I come back tomorrow and tidy the rest of this up, or the day after. Don't know where to log this all up now, just leave it for, I'm not desperate for the logs, it's probably better off leaving it in long sections. But yeah, it's looking pretty good. Soon be able to use this gateway again. Woohoo! Okay, so I've cleared a way through for the gateway. I have got a massive pile of kind of branch wood to sort out, loads there to sort out for firewood. I've got a huge pile of brash here to sort out, and another pile of brash in the field actually as well. And then I've got these big logs to sort out as well. There's no rush now. I feel like the pressure's kind of off of it. I wanted to get it done before the sap started to rise. Because this was still growing last year, I figure I could kind of leave it as a bit of a pollard. I should say it was a pollard before. I counted out some of the growth rings on these branches. So this one here, this big one behind me, I counted 95 years on it, roughly. So it just shows, you know, and the tree's definitely older than that. So I should imagine, you know, probably a couple of 100 years old, the actual tree itself. Maybe pollarded or whatever for gate posts or for timber for anything really, I suppose. But yeah, feels good to have a job done. Feels a shame. My daughter, middle daughter, walked down before and she said it feels quite naked down here now without this tree. Used to kind of lean over this gateway. It was quite beautiful, but it always was overshadowed by the other one. It's always been leaning, and then we've just had so many wet years. I think that's what it is. Especially there's a bit of stone down in this old track here, so I shouldn't imagine that helps. So it's a real shame that it's gone over, but it has. I've sorted it out. Hopefully it'll keep growing a little bit, if nothing else. I'll leave some wood to rot for kind of wildlife. I'll log up some wood. Some wood I've got some plans for. I'm thinking, you know, there's a nice curved bit there. Maybe we can make an arch out of that for the garden or something. But a lot of it was split already. A lot of it's got a bit of rot in it. Not ideal really, but I could turn some stuff from it as well. That would be quite a nice thing to do. Try and remember the old girl by. But yeah, glad it's done. The work's not over, as you can tell, but we're somewhere where I can just kind of leave it and move on to another job that's got more urgency now. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. If you watch this all the way through, thanks, it means the world to me, and I'll see you next time.